Hey everybody, it's me Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, and it's time for today's Saturday with Stacy YouTube class number 501. Yep, we broke the 500 mark last week. 501 Saturday with Stacy YouTube classes. Who would have ever thought? And boy, was it a class last week, wasn't it? It was all on the Better Press system from Spellbinders. Wow, there was a lot of technique, a lot of things to show you and share with you, and I hope you enjoyed it. Now, if you're a newbie to our channel, well, I'm Stacy. Hello, very nice to meet you. And I do a technique-based class, full length and commercial free, every Saturday morning. We premiere at 8 a.m. Sunny California time, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, or 4 p.m. in the United Kingdom. And if you see a live chat happening right now, that means you're part of the premiere, and we would love for you to say hello, hello. And all of us SMS peeps who are on the live chat will say hello, hello back to you. Last week was a wahoo kachoo, not only because it was our 500th YouTube class and because we had Better Press from Spellbinders and because it was National Scrapbooking Day, but as a yay, let's celebrate, we decided to do our giveaway. So we do two giveaways every YouTube class, and generally it's a $25 gift card that two people who post a comment on this YouTube have a chance of winning. Live chat comments do not count. It has to be below. Look down, there's a place to post a comment below. And we have software that randomly picks two people every week, and they win a $25 gift card to Scrapbooking Made Simple to spend on anything that makes their heart happy. So with our 500th YouTube, what we've done in years previous, as we've gone from 100 to 200 to 300 classes and 400 classes, is that we take that number and we ask you, how would you like us to divvy that up if it were in gift cards? Do you want somebody to win one $500 gift card, or two people at $250, or five people at $100, or 10 people at $50, or one person at $250 and 9 people, or however it is? We asked you to divvy up how you would like to see it spent. And we have our winner chicken dinners. So our random software picked one winner, and whatever it was that they had posted, that's what we did. So this winner picked 10 at $50. So not only did they win a $50 gift card, but then we had our software go back and pick 9 more random people to win $50 here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. And free money is free money. And I have simple and basic for you today, all the way from Denmark. All the way from Denmark. It is so good. It is so good. The paper is so good. But before I get there, let's do the winner chicken dinners. Normally I announce them and hold them up, which is what I'm going to do. But I'm dyslexic. I'm going to do my best with 10 different names. Hopefully I don't do too badly. And if I do, you'll forgive me, because you do have a $50 gift card to spend at Scrapbooking Made Simple. It is in your online account right now. You can go shop for whatever would make your heart happy. Spend it on something you normally wouldn't spend money on. Spend it on something frivolous for yourself in our online store. Take advantage of free, because I mean, I know lots of you are going to say, nope, I'm buying adhesive. Okay, buy adhesive, because you're going to need it and you're going to use it. I get it. But man, if you get the chance to get something that you never would have been able to get before, do that. Have fun with it, because then every time you look at it, it'll be a remembrance of being a winner chicken dinner. Okay, so I have 10 winners that won $50 each. I'll do my best. Drum roll, please. And if you're new to our channel, I do eventually teach a class, and it is full length, and it is technique based, and it is commercial free, but we just have to get there. We got to get through today's announcements before I can start teaching. Okay, our first winner is Sandra Bloor. I'm going to go with Sandra Bloor. Our second winner is Cynthia Guerrero. Hello, Cynthia Guerrero. Our next winner is Robin Brothen. Robin Brothen? Close enough, Robin? Our next winner is Lori Dotry. No, Duarty. Lori Duarty. Is that it? Lori Duarty. I think so. I'm going to hold it up and then you can tell me if I said it right. Our next winner is Madeline Molina. Hello, Madeline. Our next winner is Debbie Baez. Hello, Debbie. Our next winner is Vic. Oh, wait. Hello. Stop the presses. Velka? Vialka? Is that it? Close? Vialka? Cintron. Now your last name was far easier than your first name. Vialka Citron. I'm hoping I'm close. Our next winner is Kathleen Grogan. Hello. Hello. Our next winner is Linda Lentz. Hello, Linda Lentz. And our last winner is Sandra. Oh, we had two Sandras. Sandra Hall. So if you heard your name, or better yet, I need to put my glasses on to make sure I can see that I'm showing. Okay, so I'm going to scroll up slowly. That way it's on camera long enough for you to see if that is your name. I'm my own little teleprompter thing here. We are so low tech here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, but we get the job done. If that is you, you have a $50 online store credit waiting for you in your account. Congratulations, all of you. I'm not sure who picked the $50, the 10 at $50, but well, they deserve a big congratulations. For sure. Now, we have to do the winner chicken dinner dance because there's 10 of you who are going, it's not $25, it's $50. And you're like, oh my gosh, I just bet it takes you longer to spend the free $50 than it does if it wasn't free. Because you have to ponder. It's like the world is your oyster. What do we want? You have to think, and I know that's kind of the way I am. I'm like, ooh, okay. Do I want this or do I? It's just like the Sears catalog when you were a kid and this is long before Toys R Us. You looked at the Sears catalog and you circled the thing you wanted for Christmas for Santa to bring you. But then an hour later, you changed your mind and you kind of crossed that out and circled the next thing. But then an hour later, you changed your mind. It would take forever for me to write a letter to Santa. So I can only imagine that you either know what you want like that, or you're going to be going page by page by page through our website trying to find exactly what will make your heart happy. But the fact that you posted your comment and spent our 500th Saturday with Stacy with me, that makes my heart happy. So, winner chicken dinner dance for all 10 of you. You need to stand up. Get up. I would if I could. So, you got to do the dance with me. Are you ready? You're a winner. Chicken dinner. You're a winner. Chicken dinner. You're a winner. Wait a minute. Wahoo. Kachoo. For all of you. Yes, all of you. I hope you enjoy whatever it is that you spend it on. And thank you so much for all of your support through all of these years and being an SMS peep. We so appreciate you. Now today, what do I have for you? I have Simple and Basic from Denmark, and it's beautiful. I have papers, I have dies, and it pairs so well with sizzix opulent paper, that it was just like I had to put them together. But I had a meeting with them last week. I had a meeting, and we had this product has arrived. I do want to tell you this product is limited. It's coming from Denmark. It has already landed here. I already have it in possession. It's here, but I can only get so much. It's expensive to ship in from Denmark. Some of it's paper. People are like, but paper doesn't weigh very much. Go pick up a ream of paper and see how much. One sheet may not weigh very much, but a whole bunch of sheets together weighs a lot. So I've already got all the product here except for one. And I had a meeting with them last week via Zoom, and they were telling me about these new little dots that they have that they're not available yet. They just landed to them. Would I be interested? And I'm like, well, yeah, maybe, but there's no way for me to see them. I said, well, what are they? And he said, well, they're kind of a metallic. And I said, are they really metallic? And they said, yeah, they're really, they're metallic. I said, are they shiny or are they matte? And they said, well, they're kind of matte. And I said, they didn't even have one to show me because we were Zooming. It was my morning, their evening. They were already home from work. And they said, these are really good. And I said, well, when are they releasing? And he said, well, they just got here, so I suppose we could ship them to you if you really wanted them. And I said, well, how many did you get? And he told me, and I went, I said, how long for a reorder? And he told me, and I went, because it's months and months for a reorder. And I said, I think I'm going to take all of them. Or close to all of them. I might have left 100 for him. Might have. And he said, excuse me? And I said, I trust you. If you love this product, I want it. And I don't want to wait months and months and months for a reorder. So best you just put it on in a package and ship it over. So I got tracking for it last week. And then I got the duties form. Got to pay duties on everything. So I paid the duties, but that gave me a heads up. Anytime I get a notification from DHL that duties are due, that means it's here in the States and they want to deliver it the next day. Sometimes my duties are $2,000 and $3,000. And sometimes my duties are as little as $36. It just depends upon the product. So I got the notification that that they wanted duties payments yesterday. That gives me a little, it could deliver today. It's supposed to deliver on Monday, but maybe it's a little early. So I quickly go online and pay the duties. But you gotta do what you gotta do when you want product from international vendors. And I waited. It is so late right now to start this class, but I just had this feeling that the product would show up, and it did. I'm so excited. So I have simple and basic paper. I've got simple and basic dies. I've got simple and basic. I don't even know what they're calling them yet. I don't even know they have a name on them. They're just simple and basic. Okay, we need a name, something to call it. I don't know, fabulous dots. I'm going to start with those today. Today is going to be a fun class. A lot of die cutting for sure, without question. So if you're new to crafting and you're not sure what a die cutting machine is or what it does or how you would use it, this is going to be a great class for you today. And if you're new to crafting and you're not sure how some markers work, well, this is going to be a great class for you. And if you have been crafting for forever, wait until you see the paper I have for you from Simple and Basic. Okay, I'm limited on everything because it's international. The paper is stunning. The dies are amazing. And they're so clever. These little dies are so clever. And then these new products. So I'm going to tilt down. We're going to get started for today. You're like, finally, hello. But I did want to make sure you knew that I can't necessarily reorder some of this product because it will be months and months and months to get it. And we're trying to have everything here as quickly as possible so that we can get you your orders as quickly as possible. All right, I'm going to tilt on down. I'm going to get started for today. We are going to start super simple, and then get progressively a little bit more technique-y and a little more technique-y and a little more technique-y. Are you ready? All right, you guys, it's good to see you. Okay, down we go. I'm ready. And let's zoom on in. Yeah, that's the right way. And maybe just a little bit more, and maybe down a little bit more. How's that? Okay, I think that's pretty good. I can't tell. All right, one day I'll be more advanced, but for now it's me and my handy cam. Okay, so let's talk the things that arrived literally a half hour ago. They are kind of enamel dots, but not. They're self-adhesive. Let's see if I can pull out the whole thing. They're self-adhesive, matte finish, metallic. I'm in love. And all they do right now is gold and silver. I would like rose gold. I would like copper. I would like bronze. I would like pewter. I'm making my wish list just in case they're watching. I would like rose gold. I would like copper. I would like bronze. I would like pewter. If you don't ask, you never know. All right. And it's a pretty gold. It's not a harsh gold. It's a pretty gold. So I'm going to start with these today because I want to play with them for just a little bit. I didn't even show you samples. Oh, Stacy. Well, shucks. No, you'll have to wait till the end. I didn't even show you samples today. I was so excited to get going. Okay, so I'm going to play with these just a little bit. And I think I will take a piece of maybe black paper to put them on, or white paper, or maybe both. I want to do a side-by-side comparison. I'm going to see if black paper might be better. Okay, so easy to use. They pop off, stick down, and you're good to go. Okay, but what if we don't want to keep them that color? What if I want to change them? What if I want to use my alcohol ink markers, because these are permanent markers, and change the color of these to something else? They don't have to stay gold and they don't have to stay silver, but because they are gold and silver, we have an opportunity to change the color. Now these are non-porous, so the ink isn't going to seep into these as it would on a piece of paper. Ink on paper sinks right in. Ink on a non-porous will wipe right off unless you use the correct ink. So you can't take a memento marker and color these and hope that it will stay colored. The ink will wipe right off because it is a dye-based ink. You can't take Tim Holtz markers. I understand they're discontinued, but if you have them still, you can't take a dye-based marker like a Tombow or a La Plume or gosh, just about any kind of a dye-based marker will not cover these. It has to be something that's permanent. Permanent means alcohol ink markers, Bics, Sharpies. I wouldn't use Copics because that ink is so expensive. These are Aussie Andrews. They're $1.99 each. Very affordable. There's the Sizzix brand that we sell where you get 12 markers for like, no, is it 24 markers? I can't remember. 12 markers, I think it is, for $12.50 when we have them on sale. But you need something that is a permanent marker, and alcohol markers tend to be, they are permanent. So if you've got Bics and Sharpies, you can do the same thing. What I want you to see is that one color looks completely different based off of the tone of your little metallic dot. And I also want you to know that using the brush side, it's almost too much ink at one time for them. Almost too much ink. It's better to use the bullet nib side to color them. So I can come right in and start laying down some color. Go around my outside. And now I have made it kind of with a red hue to it. Over here, the silver. So same marker, but two different colors. Give it a second to dry. And peel it off and press it down. Peel it off and press it down. So one of these looks a little more red than the other. Let's see if I can zoom it in. Will it zoom? One of these looks more red. The gold tends to hold the red, while the silver looks a little bit more pinky. That silver kind of tames the red. Let's do a dark pink in the gold. So you don't have to keep them the color they are. And depending on the base color, that will have a dramatic change on what color the finished product is. So is it the silver as my base, or is it the gold as my base? Because that's going to be a dramatic difference. Okay, I think those are done. And let's pop off the gold and put the gold there. And let's pop off the silver and put the silver there. Now again, that's quite a difference. These two are the same marker, but the silver kept it more pink while the gold turned it a little bit more red. But those two are the exact same marker. Let's try a green. And just go all the way around. And then in the silver. So the gold almost has an olivey tone, whereas the silver is much brighter. No, I missed a spot. Right there. And let's take them off and put it down. So gold with gold, silver with silver. So we are looking at apples to apples. And they're two different colors. This one's much brighter. This one's got more of an olivey tone to it. You would think that the gold and the silver wouldn't make much of a difference, but it makes a dramatic difference. Let's do a blue. The nice thing is you get a lot of these on your sheet. Now we're only selling them in the bundle. You got to buy the gold and the silver. Or that way we keep them even. Wow, that blue's beautiful on that silver. Okay, again, a dramatic difference. Gold with gold, which tends to be more warm in its color. Silver tends to be more cool. And while the silver looks blue, that gold almost looks purpley. Who would think that these are the exact same markers? But that base color really makes all the difference. Let's try that really dark red. And around my edges. And then over here. So this one looks red on the silver. It's almost burgundy on the gold. So again, you don't have to keep them the color that they start. You've got options to move. Oh yeah, that almost looks like a orangey burgundy gold. Silver. Oh, those two look pretty close. So depending on what color you're going to use, you can either leave them as your gold and your silver, or you can change them into something else. You absolutely have options. Here's our purple, which tends to be a cooler color. So it shows up really well on that silver. And then on that gold hue is going to warm it up a little bit. You remember going and having your color done at the makeup counter? Are you cool? Are you warm? Are you a spring? Are you a summer? Well, this is what they were talking about. Well, see, these are different too. One looks purpley and one looks like almost like plum. The gold almost has a plum hue to it. Almost a plum hue. Same color. All right, so these arrived today, and I love them. But I don't want you to think that just because you buy the gold and the silver, because right now that's the only way we're selling it. You get both packs. I don't want you to think that you have to leave them the same. You don't. You can change them to anything that makes your heart happy, as long as you have an alcohol-based marker. Now, if you don't want to buy alcohol markers, that's fine, although Aussie Andrews for $1.99 is really a great price. And it has both sides of the, it has a brush tip and a bullet tip. But if you want to run out and grab some Sharpies or Bics, by all means go do that. You're going to be able to do the same exact thing. Okay, so I love these. And we're going to use them again a little bit later. Now, next thing I want to show you is the paper. So the paper is limited. We actually have 7 packs of it, 7 different packs. And it is simple and basic, and it is beautiful. So simple and basic. And it is so soft and so elegant. You're like, it's barely there. It is barely there, but it is so beautiful. Let's see. Isn't that just absolutely yummy? Oh, that's a different one. So each pack has different paper in it in different configurations. Does he name them? Design papers. Oh my gosh. We need to have names. I don't see names. Okay, no names. Look at the purple. It really is just some of the prettiest paper I have seen in quite some time. But you're looking at that one going, what would I do with that one? Don't worry, we're going to do something with it. You're looking at this one going, what would I do with this one? Don't worry, we're going to do something with it. You're looking at those going, what would I do with those? Hang tight, we're going to do something with it. Love the colors. So that's number 2. Number 3, I'm going to show you 5 of the 7. Swoon, swoon, swoon. Now they've done these shapes for a reason. There was a thought behind it. They did these for a reason. There was a thought process behind the designing of the pattern paper. It wasn't just willy-nilly. Oh no, they gave it some absolute thought. Okay, so that's 3, but we are limited on it. Okay, I mean right there, right? So everything on the front, hello. Oh my gosh. It just doesn't get any lovelier than this. Then we've got a pattern. So this is simple and basic paper. And there was a reason behind everything that they did with these designs. The colors are lovely. The hues that they chose, look at how just beautiful is that, right? So if you love paper, you're not going to be disappointed in this. If pretty is your thing, this is absolutely going to speak to you. All right. So why did they do the paper the way they did? Well, because they have dies to coordinate. So you may already have nesting dies, and it is possible that your nesting dies are going to be close enough to work with their paper. You don't necessarily need these if you have something that's close enough, but if not, I brought these in because all of their nesting dies, this is a double dotty, they do double stitch, they do eyelets, all of their dies tend to be the exact same size, but the detail is a little bit different. And I wanted to show you just how easy it is to make it work. Let's pull this pack. And and let's pull this pack and have these two handy. Oh, and maybe that first pack, because that was so light in color. Oh, so pretty. Let's find that first one. I think I'm going to keep these relatively handy. Let's find that first design. Here. It's so light in color. It is a circle. It kind of comes up and kind of comes up and then just fades away. Now, what would you do with this? Well, I would grab my circle dies. And depending on which set you have by whom, you just kind of marry it on up to cut that out. Right? Easy peasy. So let's run it on through. Now I'm using my sizzix Big Shot machine. I have got my base plate that comes with your machine. I've got my solo shim that comes with your machine. I have got a 6-inch cut plate that comes in the multi-pack, but you only get one, so I encourage you to get 2 multi-packs. That way you have top and bottoms for a 6x6 for full size and a 2.5 or so by 6. So the multi-packs are beautiful. They work so well, and I'm doing my best to convince them to just do 6x6 packs. And the reason why I'm doing the 6x6 is because it keeps the warpage down on my plates. This die is almost the size of the 6x6. If I use the longer plates, as I'm feeding the longer plates through my machine, because there's no structure on the other sides of them, let me go back just a little bit, because there's no added structure on the longer sides of them, they tend to want to warp easier. So using plates that are close to or as close to the size of the die is going to keep your warpage down to a minimum. Put my do not cut plate over the top. I also want colors in do not cut plates, and send it on through. Now that's an open frame die, so it's easy peasy. You don't have to go backwards and forwards. It's done. And that's what I have. It's a beautiful cut. And I'm sure you have circles that are going to work well with it. One might be a little bit bigger, one might be a little bit smaller, but do you have to have these circles? No, you don't. But now what am I going to do with this? How am I going to make this into more than what it is? Well, I thought it would be fun to take some of our opulent and some regular cardstock. Now I could keep this and use this as a stencil. It's a perfect circle. I thought it would be fun to maybe take some of our cardstock. Got white cardstock right here, folded in half, and I thought it would be nice to make a card base out of this. Now you may use a scoring tool. I'm just going to kind of score it down with the back of my scissors. So now I've got a nice score, just like it was a card. Look at that, see, just like it was a card. And I still have one circle that is bigger than the one I used to cut out my design element. One circle that's bigger. Put it back on my gotcha. So I'm going to grab that larger circle and I'm going to die cut. Now if I die cut it here, what's going to happen? 2 pieces are going to come out. See, because I have it folded, so 2 pieces are going to come out. Let's show you. I'm still not going to change my plates. Even though my paper's longer, I could just cut my paper off if I wanted. Zoop. So if I send it through, I've got my paper scored right here. My die right on top as such. And if I put it down and send it through, what's gonna happen? Well, I know, and I know a lot of you know, but maybe some who are brand new don't know. Send it on through, and like magic, poof, I made 2 die cuts. Not necessarily what I wanted to do, but if you want to make 2 die cuts that way, absolutely. I want to be, and then I could save this, and I could use this for something else too. Okay. I want to be a little more tricky than that. I want to make a card base out of my paper. I want to make a card base. So instead, I'm going to take and wash and repeat. I'm going to fold my paper. I'm going to give it a good score. Got a good score in my paper. Only this time, instead of putting my die right on top like we did, because what did that get us? That got us this. I'm gonna hold my die. Here's my score line. I'm gonna hold my die off my score line. See? Remember, chomp, 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 chomp. That's where you know where to hold your die. If I held my die off the chomp, chomp, see, it's off the chomp, chomp, chomp. What am I gonna get? I'm gonna get 2 die cuts, missing that little piece. I'll get that shape right there. 2 of them. So remember, chomp, chomp, chomp. No, your die can't be on the chomp, chomp, chomp side. It's gotta be up here where the score line is. And my die is held off. What does that mean? That means when I send this through to cut, it's gonna cut everywhere around, but not here, because there's no die there to cut that. So it's going to keep those 2 pieces together. Now you can move it down so that you only have this much of a score line for your card base. I could move it all the way up and have a semicircle as a card base. It just depends upon what you're trying to do. I'm going to slide this down and I'm going to keep it off. And then I'm going to send it on through. I can move it on up and cut off the extra. Put it on my cut plate. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Remember, you want to still be able to chomp, chomp, chomp when you put it down. If you've got it here, no. On this side with the score line. Doesn't matter how you put it on your plate, makes no difference. Doesn't have to be centered, it can be this way, just so long as it's on both sheets of paper, both pieces of paper, which is why we folded it in half, and then send it on through. And let's see what we get. If you want to bring it back, can you? Sure, you can send it on back. It makes no difference. It's an open frame die. Easiest die to cut, open frame die. Chomp, chomp, chomp. I don't want it to be too separate. I want it to act as my card base. and I used the largest die. It's got the beautiful little dotty detail around the edges, because then I have this piece to put on top of it. And you're like, yeah, I get that, but I don't like this part here. This does not work for me. I want it to look beautifully roundy all the way. I don't want somebody to know that I made my card base. I want it to be beautiful, roundy all the way. And if I move that way up here, well, then it's off the bottom. If I move it down there, then you see where I've put the score. So how do we fix that? Well, this is where the opulent comes in. Hoo, hoo, hoo. I love me the opulent. Oh my gosh, this is sizzix opulent paper, and it's beautiful. It's all specialty paper. So I have out the rose gold, the silver, and the muted. And it's all specialty. So you've got a glitter and a shimmer. You've got a glitter and a shimmer. You've got a glitter and a shimmer. They're just absolutely lovely. So do I want to use... Do I want to put it on the blue? Or do I want to put it on the pink? Or do I want to put it on the pink? Ooh, it's so pretty hard to decide, isn't it? It's very pretty. I don't know, I think I'm going to use the blue. Then let's put it back. So, I'm going to cut a piece of this out, and I'm going to take that same die that I used to make my card base, same size, and I'm going to cut a piece of my blue out. So opulent paper is by sizzix, and it's all specialty paper. To give you an idea, the gold has, it's all gold, unlike the opulent. The opulent has the blue and the green and the pink. The gold has a mirror gold, it has a pearlized gold, it has a brushed meadow gold, it has a matte gold, and it has a glitter gold. And it is something to behold. It is just beautiful. Just beautiful. Love, love, love opulent. All right, so let's cut this on out. And I'm just cutting the one shape. Make sure that my die is all the way on. And again, if you've got circle dies, I'm sure that there is one that's going to be fairly close enough to be able to use it with the paper. Line it up, send it on through. So I'm working with wafer dies today, and wafer dies mean they're super, super, super thin, hence the name wafer. There's no cut edge, there's no blade on the cut edge. It's just really a chemically etched edge that when the pressure from your big shot machine or your die cutting machine hits that edge, it forces the cut into the paper. Now with a chemically etched die like this, you can't do anything too thick. You can't do acetate or leather, maybe not some fabrics. You might be able to get away with a few fabrics, but since there's no real blade, you're asking that tiny little edge to do all the work. And well, leather is much thicker than that tiny little edge, so there's no way it would cut all the way through. Now I bring back over my card base. And now I line that right up over the top, and you no longer have this visible when they open the card. That's covered right up. And when you open it up, that's what they see. But I'm a girl who likes to save. I'm a girl who's like, ooh, I'm not sure I'm really ready to give all this opulent away, because really what I'm going to do is then tape this. Oh yeah, the blue is a good choice. I'm going to tape this right on top of it and start to build my card. But nobody's going to see what's under here. Nobody going to see that. So me being me, I'm going to pick another circle that is smaller. Now I need it to be smaller because I need this to fit right over the top of it and hide. But I'm going to cut out the center and not waste it, because the minute I tape it down, and maybe you're all good with that and you don't mind, but the minute I tape it down, nobody's going to see the beautiful opulent that's under here. It's being covered up. So why wouldn't I just cut some of that out to use for something else, right? That's me. May not be you, but it's me. So let's take that center out. And I could use any size. I mean, I could go smaller if I wanted, if I don't want it to be that close to the size of my top piece. Up to you how small you want to go, but I'm a girl who likes a challenge, so I'm going to give it a whirl. This is the next size down, so I can't be too far off, or we're going to have trouble in River City. And that starts with T and that rhymes with P. And well, that rhymes with that stands for pool. All right. So I've lined it up to the best of my abilities. Put my do not cut plate on the top, and let's, I can see I shifted it just a little bit. Do I want to take the chance? Oh, now I shifted it a lot. See, I thought long. Think long, think wrong. I should have just gone for it. Zoop, and down. So you may have wanted to use the next size down to give yourself a little bit more wiggle room. But like I said, I'm a girl who likes a challenge. There, now I have this whole piece. And I have this that's going to go there. And I have that that's going to go there. Now, nobody going to know that you got that underneath. Isn't even going to be a thing. And now you're left with this, which you can use for something else, like putting on the inside. So how to get all this down? Well, I think I'm gonna maybe sticky dot some of this. Or maybe just some Stacy tape. So Stacy tape is a double-sided adhesive, super long, super strong. I'm not keen on the liquid glue for taping this down. Sticky dots probably would have worked. But I'm just going to take some of this and wrap it all the way around. All right, I think that's good. Now, can you see that the tape is off my circle? That's not going to matter to me one bit because it's double-sided tape, which means I can then fold it back into itself. That's an important thing to note, to fold it back into itself. Let me go back this way and in, maybe just a little bit. In. There we go. Fold it back into itself. So it doesn't matter that I'm not going to try and cut it. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm going to peel off the liner, and I left myself an area right here. And that's what I'm going to put over here. That way there's no sticky here. So I'm going to peel off the liner and expose the sticky. And anything that is over, I just roll right back on into itself. No need to try and cut it, fold it, roll it right back on into itself, and it's going to form right to that shape. Take the shortcut where you can take the shortcut. Sometimes you got to do all the work. Sometimes you get a shortcut in, and using Stacy tape or a double-sided adhesive that allows you, see how much that's hanging over? Can you see that? I'm just going to fold that. I don't know if you can see that. I'm just going to fold that right on in. He still keeps my shape. Can you see that? I'm just going to take it and fold it right on in. And then I'm going to line it up. And there's no sticky there. Good press. I'm a little off there, a little high. So I'm not going to try and pull it off. I'm just going to trim that little piece right there, just so I'm now covered. There we go. Yay! Stacy, you needed to trim both of them. Otherwise, now you're showing the back side. Okay, we're good. Are we good? I think we're good. Zoop. Yes. Happy day. All right, so I'm good to go. I've got my card base started. Now I've got my beautiful paper, which is going to fit right in there. And I've still got this. So let's take some Stacy tape, and I'm just going to put it down quickly. And then we're going to do another one. I want to have a couple of these ready to go. Okay, so do I want my card to open this way? Do I want my card to open this way? You decide how you're going to want your card to open, and then orientate your paper. And I still have this one left, which I can then use for something else or put on the inside. Come on. There we go. Again, you do a much better job taping down than I am. Okay, maybe we'll come back to that inside shortly. All right, let's do another one. So I did the circles. And maybe we do the squares. So let's see. Ooh, this one's beautiful. Let's see, can we do the squares with that one? Let's give it a whirl and see what happens. Let's bring the squares over. And let's see what the second size down looks like. Looks good to me. But I have to start with a card base. So that's going to be with my largest size. My largest size. Let's grab a piece of white paper. Oh, maybe we want it on, maybe we want it on, that doesn't look good enough for me. Nope, that's a no can do. Nope, not the gold either. How about the silver? Third time the charm? That's kind of nice. Not the mirror. Yeah, I think maybe the back one. So if I do that, oh, and then maybe that. Okay, I have thoughts. So this time I'm going to make my card base out of that beautiful opulent silver. Same thing, fold in half, score, whether you use a scoring tool or a bone folder, one of those little scoring plates. Let's take my largest square. And remember, if I put it here, what am I going to get? I'm going to get 2 individual square die cuts. If I put it here, because this is my chomp, chomp, chomp. If I put it here, what am I going to get? I'm going to get 2 individual square die cuts this size. It needs to be on the side that has the score line. It needs to hang over the side that has the score line. And again, I could make this size of a square. I could make a little tent for place cards if I did this side of a square. Of course, then I would use less paper. I would have a much smaller sheet. But let's go ahead and let's make a card base, and I'm going to keep it pretty close to the top. So I'm going to cut off this paper over here. Oh, did I do the wrong size? I did. Oh, I used the smaller one. Well, we're going to go for it. Because like I said, I'm a girl who likes a challenge. I'm going to straighten up that line. All right, I'm going to hold it off the score line. That's as close can be on the edges. But no guts, no glory. Let's give it a whirl. Now this has got a straight edge against it. So I've got an edge, a die cut edge that's going to be parallel to my roller in my machine. So I may very well hear a ka-thump when I send this through, because it's going to hit that roller at the very same time, this entire edge, and it may say, ooh, that's really hard for me to do. Will it hurt your die? No. Will it hurt your machine? No. Will it hurt your heart? Maybe just a little bit. There's my ka-thump. Ta-da! Are we gonna open? Ta-da! So I held my paper down far enough off my blade. I held it down off my blade so that there was no chance for it to cut my score line, allowing me to make a card. Let's do it again. And this time let's take this one. And this time let me cut it to the right size. So let me fold it in half. You don't want to cut it because you need that score line. Score my paper. Make sure I've got the right size square. Yep, good. Cut it to the size I need it to be. This time I'm going to leave myself a little more room than I did last time. And let's send it on through. So remember, I've got my die off my paper. If I had it here, where it's on my paper, I'm going to cut out 2 squares. I don't want it on my chomp, chomp, chomp side. That's what I learned in elementary school, from greater and lesser than, the chomp, chomp, chomp side. And cut plate down, paper, die off the blade, or off the score line. And let's send it on through. I've got it very close. But we're gonna go for it. So maybe a ka-thump. Ready? Not too bad of a ka-thump. And if you want to bring it, oh, there you go. If you want to bring it back, you absolutely can. But these are open frame dies, which means that I can put my hand through them. They're not intricate at all. It's just a square. It's just a circle. So now I've got the 2. Oh, look at that. They really are close in size. I did good on my, for being a little off. I did good. Now we need the smaller size. And because I used a colored paper versus a white paper, and because it is a square and not a circle, you're not going to see. You can just go ahead and use that right as your mat. You don't have to do something to cover it up if you don't want. I didn't use white paper. That white paper is not visible. So I can take and put this right on my card bases. Let's see if one of the other packs has a square. Or do I want to do a circle? So, or maybe I do Let's see, which ones does this one have? Let's see what's in this one. If I do that, I don't know, we'll see. Let's do this one first and then we'll do that one. So I'm going to die cut my slightly smaller square out. Send it on through. One cut should be good. If you're worried, you can always send it back. Easy peasy. And let's bring my other one over. Do I want to do the... Well, you know what? Let's do that. So I'm going to try it with a wreath, only in the square frame. Okay. Well, I didn't hit the edge. Okay, I was slightly off. I didn't hit the edge. Look at it, it's not coming out. I'm going to line it back up. Put it right back on. And kind of have it click back into place. And die cut again. So I was slightly off. I didn't get enough pressure on that edge. But I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to throw it away. I'm going to try again. Your die will click back into place. Oh, there we go. And I don't even have to do the whole thing. Let's see if that's enough. And yes, yes it is. So now I have got could go this way with that. See, look at the beautiful dotty edge you've got on the side. Into that opulent paper, it just makes it. It just does. Or maybe this one. So pretty. And then this one on this one. And this is on the silver opulent, and it's beautiful. It almost picks up that little tinge of green. That silver, whatever color they're calling this, more pewtery in that silver pack, it almost picks up that beautiful tinge of green. So now I've got those done. Let's tape them down super quick. Should we tape them down? Oh, I don't know. Thoughts? Okay, so I've got this one to play with and these two to play with, and I have these little pieces right here. So remember, I still have this. Look at there. I don't think I can go one bigger. It's close. How about we try? I keep that right off. And then where's my other piece? Oh, right here. We'll do that one too. So now I've got that leftover piece from my card base, still scored. I've got my rectangle, and it's really close. I mean, I'm turning it over and it's like, well, don't sneeze, Stacy, because it's really close. If you don't want it to be so close, you do the next one down, but God loves a trier, so let's see how well I do. Line it up. I've got it below, the paper is below the top of my die. I've got that scored edge is right here. My open edge is over here. Down. And through. Well, yay for me. Okay, so we're gonna play with that one. And I have this one. Now remember, I used the wrong size die when I was making my measurement. And so I am gonna have to use one that is smaller than this because I don't have as much paper. Ooh-wee. Well, we're gonna give it a whirl. At this point, this is my leftovers, and I'm okay with it. My chomp chomp side, chomp chomp. My score below the top edge of my die. And I could make this, I could move it all the way down here and just make this tiny little card. Look at how cute that would be, tiny little. Okay. We'll see what happens. So for those of you who are new, my videos are unscripted and unedited. What I get is what you see. Sometimes it works out perfect and sometimes, well, not so much. But there's always a learning moment, that's for sure. See, now I've got the two pieces, the leftovers from the bottom. How cute. Okay, so I've got a few to work with. I've got the one I started with. I've got here. I've got here, I've got here, and I've got there. All right, time to move on. So, the other dies that I have for you that are really the most fabulous dies are these. And you're gonna look at them and you're gonna say, ah, really? Yes, really. So I've got two tags. One that has your little loopy at the top, one that has your loopy at the side. And I've got two sets of words. Now, okay, let me tilt up for just a minute. Two sets of words. Hey there. Okay, when you get these, especially on this one, you may look at the back of it and you may see all the other things that could have come with this set. But I want you to pay attention to the words. There's only one set that's in English. The rest of them I couldn't buy because I don't know what they say. Well, I've got the one that says baby. I got that. The rest of them I have student and invitation. I've got that, but I couldn't get any of the other sets because they only did one in English. Now there is another set coming that will fit these, and it's got holidays on it, so hold tight. But when I say that it's international, I really mean it's international. Because usually I'll bring in all of it for you, but I couldn't. So here I've got a set of words, and it says cool and smart and happy birthday, love, lovely, happiness. I've got another set of words that are slightly bigger, and we've got love, lovely, cool, smart, happy birthday, congrats. And then I've got two sets of tags, depending on where you want your little hole to be. If you're going to string them down, put twine through them, put some seam binding through them. Now, how do these work? Well, these are pretty simple, easy peasy. And let's take maybe some of that mirror paper. Some of that mirror paper maybe. And let's take maybe some of the blue. And maybe I'll get a piece of gold in a minute, but let's go play with these to start with. So cut yourself a little piece. I have this left over too. Grab your words, and let's do love. Let's do congrats. So congrats will fit there. Let's bring over my machine, and we'll fit whatever we can fit on some of these. Love. I don't know that I can get happy birthday, but I can try. Yep, sure can. All right, so let's run them on through. Still very pretty simple dies. I'm not going to use a precision base plate. I think I'll be able to pop them out. We'll see. Send them on through. Bring it on back. Okay, this is beautiful out of the mirror paper. These are beautiful out of the opulent. It just screams for this opulent paper. It really does. And if you've got little bits and pieces of opulent that you just could not get rid of because you just could not, this may be a good way of using it up. They're not magnetic. They have tape on the back of them still. Gosh, and you could even use that as your negative. So here I've got congrats. Pop out all my little bits and pieces. Now I've got congrats. I've got happy. I am in love with these. Well, the whole YouTube started when I saw these words. I was like, I have to have those. There are so many good uses for them. And what I love about them is if you take the two of them and you put them together and you tie them, they kind of dangle together. You could even add the congrats to it. And you've got the three of them dangling together to say happy birthday. I love the words. So I did those, and I did love. And maybe we do one out of the, something out of the blue. And maybe out of the pink, just so I have some to play with. And maybe we'll just do the same words. So not sure it's going to go through 2 sheets of paper. But I'm willing to give it a try and see what happens. So I've got the same words that I did before, only this time I'm trying to send it through 2 sheets of paper. Could be yes, could be no. Anybody want to take a bet on odds on? Top sheet, top cutting plate. Do not cut plate, send it on through. I can feel it's a little tighter than it was before because I've got both sheets of paper there. And I think because it's me, I'm just gonna pull this out and rotate this a 1/4 turn. Hopefully I didn't move anything. If I did, we'll have miscuts, but see if that helped it cut. Oh no, see? I don't think so. First one, perfect. The pink, easy peasy. The blue, not so much. So I'm just gonna lay it right back on in. I've got tape on the back of them. I'm just gonna bring down my cut plate. I'm not gonna give up. I'm just gonna lay them right back on in, and they're gonna click into place. So here's my congrats. Here's my love. Now I've never clicked back in 4 words all at the same time. Here's my birthday. And here's my happy. So they didn't cut through. It was too much paper, not enough pressure. But I want to see if I can get them out without just throwing my piece of paper away. We'll see. Oh, my birthday came out well. There's my love. There's my congrats. And my happy. So now I have oodles of words to play with. Oodles of them to play with. And they fit on those tags. They fit on the tags. Then it's a matter of which tags do you like. I have purple paper. I'm going to grab some of that green. So I've got one set of tags. I think I'm going to grab some of that from the silver. Grab a sheet and let's cut some tags. So I want to line them up so that I get the most out of my cut. Use as little paper as possible. So I can get all of them out of a piece that big. That looks pretty good to me. And let's line them up and send them on through because I'm going to use my words on them. I think I'm going to do these, and then I'll do some in the mirror, I think, and I'll do some in, yeah, I think I'll do some in the mirror, and maybe in the blue. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And maybe I pull the other ones and roll the other ones at the same time. They're a little bit longer, but let's try it. Let's use some mirror paper. Ooh, or should we use some glitter paper? Oh, decisions, decisions. Well, let's try it on the mirror paper first. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Can I get them all on here? 4, 5. Yep. Okay. So we're going to cut them all at the same time. I'm going to try and put them all on my 6-inch platform. Ooh, might be a tight fit. So up there, all of those. They don't have to be exactly straight because it's just cutting out of cardstock. And then let's see if we can get these all on here. Ooh, tight, 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 but that's okay. Now, if I used a bigger platform, it would be a little easier, but I like my 6-inch because it keeps my warpage down. All right, we're gonna go for it. Again, are we taking bets? Oh, I'm off my base plate. Let's just, there we go. Yeeks, yikes. You're like, why do you take such chances? You have plenty of paper. I know, but it's your paper. You're buying it. Maybe you want to try and get the absolute most out of it that you can. Especially from the opulent, because it is specialty paper. So there are all of those. Happy day for me. And let's put them on my gotcha tool. Gotcha tool is the tool that holds all your dies. See? It's gotcha tool. It's my product. It's a magnet. It sits up, holds all your dies when you're using them if you don't want to lose them. Oh yeah, look at this. Oh, these are so cute. And cut through just fine. So now I have plenty. Should I cut one more? Should I cut something in the, maybe in the blue? Or in the pink? Or in the purple? I don't know, you guys. I've got too many choices. Too many options. Okay, works for me. And since they're taped on, we're just going to send it through on the pink too. There we go. And let's send it on through. Now we've got plenty of these to play with as well. So we've got some cards to play with. We've got some tags to play with. Creaks and cracks are just fine. That's just your die cutting machine saying, I'm working, I'm working. And now I've got them in pink. And pull them off. So this isn't magnetized, it's just that there's tape on the back of my dies. All right. There, gotcha, got him. All right, did you see that? So this is a gotcha tool. The only place to get it is here, Scrapbooking Made Simple. I had Spellbinders do this for me because I didn't like theirs. I mean, it just wasn't big enough. But look at that. Picks up all your dies. Yay. So now we have got plenty of tags, we've got plenty of words. And now I can start to decide what I want them to look like. Now my congrats fits there just fine, but it has the extra little hole. You can either line that hole up and have your congrats kind of hang. Let's find a better size. There we go. So you can kind of have your congrats, you know how they dangle off? Almost like they're little charms. Or if you want it to fit right on, let's find a piece that is. How about birthday on this one? Maybe the reflection won't be as much. If you want them to fit right on, you're just going to trim off your little loop. You're just going to cut it right off. And now your birthday is going to fit right on the tag. So it doesn't matter if it's the tag that has it on the side or the tag that has it, I guess this is more on the top, or the tag that has it on the side. Either way, the words are going to fit beautifully. I love these. I do. I think they're so creative and so easy to use. You just find the size that you want to have. So here I have the tag on the top. Push out my little A. So this one, the tag has the little hangy on the top. Here's my birthday. Fits on that beautifully. All I have to do is trim off the little tag off the B. Or my congrats. Congrats is a little long, so I go find one that's a little bit longer. And congrats fits on there perfectly. And all I have to do is trim off my little C and I'm good to go. Just trim up right off the little C. Just cut that little piece off and just go zoop. And now it fits on there perfectly. Like a glove. So let's grab some sticky dots. And I cut it off the birthday. Let's put the birthday on this one maybe. Let's move those to the side because we're going to come back to them. So sticky dots, which are micro dots, hundreds of thousands of dots on this side. Nothing on this side. This is the liner. Nothing here. This is empty. Hundreds of thousands of dots on this side. I take my congrats, I put it down. Close it up. Give a good press. And the dots that are on that back side are going to transfer to where the paper is. Everywhere else the dots are going to stay, but where that paper is, they're going to transfer. Pull it up. I got oodles of sticky dots on the back side. I think it was this one that I was using. It is the easiest peasiest way to put down intricate dies. And just like that, you're good. Done. Ready to stick to whatever you want to stick it to. So let's do the birthday. Line up my birthday. And done. And I might as well do the happy. I think the happy's too long for that one. Happy fits there perfect. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of the little loopy on the happy. Just get rid of that and cut it right on off. and here. So now I've got my happy. Get some sticky dots on it. Pull up and layer it down. Which means I can then take these two and tie them together or put them together on the card, and you've got your happy birthday. They're so cute. They're so easy to use. But there's still one more die set. There's these, which look totally different than these. These are bigger and have the little loopy. These are smaller and have no little loopy. They also have no cut edge around the outside of the dies. Can you see? There's absolutely zero cut edge around the outside of the dies. So what are these going to do? These are going to cut in. You're like, what do you mean cut in? They're going to cut in to the paper, leaving the impression. They're almost like an embossing die. So what if I took Lovely? And I put Lovely. Oh, I could use the smaller one. Do I have a smaller one in that color? All right, maybe I put it in the silver. Oh, it's very small. Will it fit this one? Nope. So I'm going to put it into the pink. See how it fits right in there? I know, they're small. You're going to want a gotcha tool. But they're super easy to use. Bring it over. Now this is where I pull out my sticky grids. So I've got sizzix sticky grids here, and I'm using the small size. I think you get 5 sheets in every pack, and we'll have them on sale. What's a sticky grid? It's not like the adhesive in the micro dots. It's not like that at all. This is a tool that lets you put something down and it holds it in place. It's like a glorified Post-it note. It's not a masking because it has it on both sides. The sticky is both sides. Okay? And it's reusable. You can put it right back on the carrier once you're done with it and reuse it again and again and again. I'm gonna lay it down. Typically you don't cut into your sticky grid, but I am. I'm gonna lay it right down. So it's stuck to my plate. Then I'm gonna lay my paper down. Typically, my understanding is that you would put your die down there and your paper on your die. But because these are words, ooh, that's hard for me. I'm dyslexic. So I'm gonna do it the opposite way. I'm gonna make it so that little piece of paper now is stuck in one place and can't move. If I didn't have the sticky grid, I'd be trying to keep my paper in place and my die on top of it in place. And you're saying, well, just grab your magnetic platform. Oh, easier said than done. Magnetic platform, where are you? Let's see, I know I have it here. Easier said than done. Aha, magnetic platform. Okay, you say just grab your magnetic platform. Yes, you could, but you put this on here, and this little die is going to want to pull to wherever the magnets are. You're going to try and get it on there, and you're going to try and line it up, and because the die is so small, it's going to want to pull to wherever there's a magnet. Now, I don't see the need to use the magnetic platform if I'm going to use my paper down, but you can try with your magnetic platform. I'm just going to tell you that these dies are small, and the magnetic platform does not have a full sheet of magnets. You can maybe even see, if I can get an angle on here, that there's little circles of where the magnets are coming through. So there's magnets all around in little circles. So something that is this small is attracted to the magnet, and you may have a hard time putting your paper down. Well, let's get that off there. Putting your paper down and then putting your die on it and keeping it in the same place, because the magnets just want to pull. Yeah, see, it wants to pull there. So then if I move my paper to where the magnet is. So for something this small, magnetic platform, not as easy as you would think, which is why the sticky grid comes in play. Because I can lay down my paper and at least my paper is being held in the same spot. Be hard to tape this down with washi tape. There's not much room there. So if I do, so if I do happy in this one, and lovely in this one, make sure that I've got it facing the right direction when I put it down. Do I have a... No, I guess those are the only sizes. Okay, I'm going to run them through. So is it going to cut into my sticky grid? A little bit. Am I going to be okay with it? Yeah, because it's a lot easier doing this than trying to use my magnets. Put my top plate on. And let's send it on through. So these little dies aren't going to cut out. They're going to cut in. So my sticky grid has got some cuts, but it's not a die cut out, so I didn't make a hole in my sticky grid, which means I can use it again. Only look at how cute is this. It cut, It cut into. Oh, too close. Too close. See if I can get something bigger behind it to help. Can't tell if you can see it, but it cut in. And my happy cut in. These are so easy to use and they're so effective, and you just line them up and layer them. So I've got those two. I've got my congrats here. I've got my birthday here. I can take and put my sticky grid down. Now my sticky grid is cut into, but it's cut into, not cut out of. Pieces didn't come out. So I can just continue to use it and use it and use it until there's no sticky left. How about we try here with a happy and a birthday. Now, can you tape them down off the top if you want? Sure you can. Okay, I've got happy birthday in there. Stop rotating. Oh, just slid them. Oh well, we're gonna go for it. Oh, so cute. And now I've got happy birthday. They're just so darling and so easy to use. And you can layer them and have several of them and have lovely and have congrats. You can kind of have them all hanging together if you want. You choose. I like the happy birthday, the lovely. And I've got happiness. What if we do one more? Maybe out of the mirror. There's my happy. Let's do happiness. Is that the same size? Nope, that's good. Put it down. Put down my happiness. And send it on through. And I'm just going to use the sticky grid until it's all sliced and diced up, until there's no more sticky to be had. And happiness. So then I can come back over here and I can put my happiness there. And I'm not going to care that I don't have them all in the same, using the same little holes. I just kind of want them all to dangle. I'll put that one up there. No, I like that one in the middle. And then I can center them, and I can either put them down with some ribbon, or I can use my cute little dots to hold them in place. Happy, lovely birthday. Oh, I've got birthday right here. Happy, lovely birthday. And you're just making these cute little charms. And you kind of decide what you want it to look like. I do like it better with this one. And they're just as sweet as can be. When you see the samples, they're just darling. Now, how do you put them down? Well, like I said, you have options. You can certainly take and kind of layer them the way you want them to be. Tape them down onto the card base. So if I want happy there, and I want lovely there, and if I want birthday, so I can tape them in place where I'm happy, and then put one of my dots over it to hide the little holes. Or I can take a piece of like seam binding or a twine, and I can cut it. Let's see, do I want it this thick? I'm going to wrap some of it around. And pull it through. Might be a little thick. I don't know. Let's try. So I'm just grabbing my tweezers, kind of wrapping my ribbon around, putting it through the hole, and then I can pull my ribbon. Okay, there's two. And last but not least, my birthday. Marry them up. Oh, so cute. Tie a little knot. Where's my opening? So cute. Tape them down, and I could take one of my blings. So let's tape it down real quick. That way I can take my bling and put my bling on. where my opening is. So how about over here? And then one of my blings right on top. So easy to do. Or you can have them dangle. If you don't want to tape them together, you can leave them alone and they'll just kind of dangle on their own. Totally up to you how you want them to be done. Or you just take one and put one in there. But they're easy and they're fun. And my gosh, you can make so many different combinations of things, whether you're cutting into or cutting out of. Love these. So going back, we have like this little guy, right? And this little guy has okay, where are they? Not that, not that. Where are the little dudes? Oh, here, the little dudes. So I've got this little guy. I've got these little dudes here that I can then take either a circle or a square. I might be able to go one size up. But I think I'm going to do that size. Cut it out. I could do the square too though, because they've got that one perfect for the square. Okay, why don't I do both of them and see which one we like better? Because this one's perfect for the square and that one's perfect for the circle. So we'll just cut both of them and see which one we like better. And you have square nesting dies, I think. Don't want to lose these guys. Don't need my sticky grid anymore, so I can put it back on the liner and just keep it. It's starting to get some holes in it, but I got a long way to go before it's not going to work anymore. Got a long way to go. So circle. Square. Send it through. So I can put that one there. What color should we do here? Should we do glitter? The silver glitter? Silver glitter. Scissors. Let's see what size the square is. The next size up is going to be too big. Yes, too big. So I'm just going to do it in the circle. So I've got the next size up on my circle, so I can make a mat. Bring over my machine, send it on through. Easy peasy mac and cheesy. Cuts like a dream. Then I've got this. I've got that. I can put that up there. And I've made the cutest little cards. I can put happiness on there. Let's do that. So let's tape those down. What a cute little gift tag, huh? So let's go there. And let's go there. You'll do a better job taping down than I am. Or do we want it with the with this? No, I'm going circle. There. And then we can put happiness down there. A little bit of tape on the back side. And remember, this was the afterthought. This was the stuff I cut off from the big pieces. So we can put happiness down here. And then we can take one of our, and we can color it purple. Give it a second to dry. I'm not sure I like that purple. Is that the purple I used? So there's that one. Oh, I think that's a better purple. Yes, that's a better purple. Give it a second to dry. So I wasn't sure of the color purple I liked, so I tried a few of them. Now, if you don't like the color, you can always take it off with some hand sanitizer. But if I put that there, and I've made the cutest little gift card. Oh my gosh, so darling. These are easy peasy to do. I've got this one. So let's take that on down. I still have one more die to go. Yikes. So let's tape this one, that, to that. Put it right on down. There's the beginning of my card. Take this, let's grab the next size up. And I like that silver glitter. Ooh, like a glove. Let's run it on through. Oh, I could have used that piece. Okay. Like a glove. Oh. And then my top plate. Send it on through. Oh, like I said, by the hair of a chinny chin chin. That ain't no joke there. Put that on there, and that on there, and then this on there. Oh, I love this! Yay! And I love this one. These are so good. I love the paper. The paper is stunning. The little charms are darling. I love that you have two different types of little tags for them if you want. So let's go this one. I love that you don't have to use the tags if you don't want. That one already says happy. Oh, that'll fit. Okay, I'm gonna cut off the L off, or cut off the little loop off the love. Get my sticky dots. Put it down, pick it back up. Put it right down onto my little tag that it's meant to fit on. Got my love there. Now do I want to, I guess I should tape that down. This paper, the opulent and the simple and basic new papers, the 6x6s, they just absolutely speak to each other. It's like they were created by the same company to coordinate, but they weren't, but yet they go so well together. I like that. Nope, I like it like that. And then my love. What do I want to do with that? Do I want to use some twine or some of my, and maybe this purple? So I'm just coloring my seam binding with an alcohol ink marker. And it's going to seep right through the back. You can use an alcohol ink marker, you can use re-inkers, you can use just about anything you can get your hands on. I think that's probably enough. It's still wet, but I'm going to take it and I'm going to cut it in half. You're like, cut it in half. Yeah, I'm going to cut my little seam binding in half. And then I'm going to fray it a little bit. Okay, so I've just cut a piece of seam binding in half. Let's take my little, wipe that up so I don't get it all over my lovely little card. Okay. Still wet? Seems okay. Take it and wrap it around my tweezers so I can get it right in there and pull it through. So half of my width of my seam binding to make it a little easier to pull through. Tie a little knot. And then I like to fray it. Kind of pull it apart a little bit to give it kind of a vintagey distressed look. So I have all those little pieces kind of hanging off. Tape it down. Look, I made something. Cut a little bit of this down. I don't need as much, but I like it frayed. And then maybe one bling in the center. One of my silver. Oh, okay. Yay. What do we think? We did these together. Now I want to finish this one. I want to actually do more to this one, but I'm not going to. I should have frayed it and colored it, but we did these together and they're just as darling as can be. And those little charms just add so much to it, and they're so simple to use. Okay, but we've got one more thing to do. Let me push these out of the way. Last thing, and I'm going to be quick about it, is the big die. Gosh, I so want to finish this one. What time is it? I know what I said. Shh. You don't, I hear you in my head. I know what I said. Yeah. I just have to finish it. It's just calling me. I think I can get away with a piece this small. Let's see, what color is this pink? Nope, that's going to be too dark. And that's the wrong pink. So maybe I leave it white. That is the wrong pink. Maybe. Maybe I can get away with it. Maybe I just kind of... don't have it quite the same color all the way through. Mush it up. Oh, maybe that'll do. I know, I said I was going to move on. I'm so there. Just another minute. And it will so make my heart happy that I finished this. And then one of my blings. They're not blings, they're metal. One of my metal epoxy dots. Okay, let's tape it down. Yes! Then I'm moving on. Okay, the last die I want to show you makes the little box, the little tag, because you're going to see it in oodles of samples. We are very limited on that die. Out of all of them, that's probably the one we are most limited on. Okay, I feel better. I feel better. So 1, 2, 3. So super cute. So easy to do. That paper just lends itself to it. All right, so let's do the tag die. Here it is. It's a 1-cut base and then the tag to go in, or you can put these two together to make a longer pocket. So this is a pocket all by itself. And let's grab some paper. Doesn't take much to cut. And you want to use heavier paper to start with. This is not meant for thin pattern paper. You will have a hard time seeing your score lines. The score lines are built into the die. So score lines are built into the die, but they also have these little dotty embellishments that are built into the die, which makes sometimes on thinner paper, it almost impossible to get the score lines right. Even on thicker paper, you may find that you're taking your little scoring plate and adding a little bit more depth to those score lines. So let's see what I've got. Can you see it all? So you've got score line, but you've got these dotty lines right next to those score lines, which can make it a little bit of a challenge. So if I take it and I just give it a little bit of a bend, then I'm able to get that score line to fold nicely. Heavier paper is going to be better. It's going to be your friend. I've got a score line right there. The challenge is this score line right here, which is in between two of the dotty lines. I'm going to take it and give it a little bit of a bend just to give it some help to get started. And then I'm able to fold it right down. So over here, a little bit of a bend just to help it. And then fold it right down. A little bit of a bend, and the opulent paper is the optimum paper for this because it's heavier. It takes those score lines beautifully. It lets you see them beautifully. And it lets you fold. So there's the base. Really simple to do. But I can add this piece as well. So let's do this one. Now this can just be a tag. But it can extend your little pocket out. Now your pocket is going to end up on your card. Or you can make a little box out of it. There's oodles of things. I've got plenty of samples. But there it is right on the card. Or I can take the largest piece, die cut, I'm going to turn it on the diagonal because it's almost the size of my plate. All I need to do is make sure it's on that gold paper, send it through, bring it back, now if I want it as just a tag, I'm going to take it, that score line, and either fold it back on itself or cut it off. So again, it's right next to that little dotty. So I'm just going to give it a little extra help right there and then let it fold in. So if I want it as a tag, there it is. But if I want it to finish, so I have a bigger, there it is. And that extra little piece is going to go towards the bottom. So I can create my box. And then the die comes with a smaller tag that will fit in. It comes with a front to do if you want to decorate. You can take this piece here and cover the back if you want. There's so many things to be done with this die. And it's just two pieces. Two pieces. So if you're using this as the backing to your little box, you fold in front and you marry that up with your bottoms. A little bit of Stacy tape and you are good to go. These are easy to do. And then you take that beautiful paper and you start to decorate. Love this. Will it fit a gift card? Yes. Yes, this will fit a gift card. Easy peasy. Or you just have this. Or you just have this. Or you have this nested inside of that. I mean, there's just tons of stuff to be done with this die, but we are very, very limited on it. But it works like a dream. And with that opulent paper, all that little dotty detail comes through. I get that. There we go. All that dotty detail comes through. The other little tag fits right inside. And how cute are we? So I said I didn't want to take too much time showing it to you, but you're going to see oodles of samples with it, and it is limited. So today, holy smokes, we did a lot. We started with our blings, which are fabulous. They're not bling, they're metal epoxy pieces that are self-adhesive that you can change into just about any color you want, depending on what kind of what marker you use and what color your base is. The two colors, I'm looking for my cheat sheet, but I don't see it. The two colors will go, is it here? No? Yeah, see, this is what happens. I start with a really nice looking desk, and when I'm all done, it's so, here we go. So just depending upon which base you start with, your color will be different. I mean, here it's dramatic. These were the two same blues, but one looks purple and one looks blue. You just have to test it and see which of the base colors you want, whether it be the gold or the silver. We are only selling them as the 2-pack, and they are magnificent. When you see them on the samples, they are just beautiful. They're beautiful just on their own, just in those two colors. I've got all I can get for probably at least 3 months. Yikes. So we started with that, but then we started to play with the dies and the nesting dies with the paper from Simple and Basic, and that paper is stunning. We have the 4 nesting dies, the ovals and the squares and the rounds and the rectangles. We've got all of the nesting dies in case you don't have them. Do you need them? No, you probably have nesting dies that will work with their paper all on its own. But if you want pretty, man, this is beautiful. Everybody who has seen it in person has absolutely loved it, lost their mind, loved it. And the colors are just, they're elegant and rich. Just made to be done. You need to do something with this. All the little pieces that you can do, like I did. The little tags you can make. So I showed the paper, but then I also showed you how to make a card base with those dies, so that you can use your opulent paper to make a stunning card base. Whether it be in white, this one, remember, we did in white, and you just have to keep the score line off below the edge of the die. Remember, chomp, chomp, chomp. But it's easy to do, and it's so effective. And then we took the little bits and pieces, and we made things out of those too that I didn't even get to finish. So the dies really work well with them, and the opulent works well all together. We took and we colored our ribbon, and we frayed it to add a little texture to it. We played with all the words and all the tags that you have to make them work. Some of them cut in, some of them cut out, but no matter what, they're all going to fit on the tags. You just have to chop off the extra little loopy that you don't need. They fit right into them. So smart, so easy to use. The ones that cut in are beautiful on the opulent. They just are beautiful. Here's the congrats. And I've cut off the extra little loopy. Got the love. I got a little bit of everything going on here. So the charms. Okay, let me show you. Okay, so we'll have sticky grid for sale, because I think you're going to need it. I think you're going to want it. So we'll have the sizzix sticky grid. We've got the 4 dies from, oh, where's my other ones? Here we go. 4 dies from Simple and Basic of the nestings. And they've got the little double dotty image on it. If you need them, great. If you don't, pass them up. We've got the tags, 2 sets of different tags, and both words. This is what we have the I want it all on. We have it on the tags and the words. You get all 4 of them in the I want it all bundle. I think that's the only I want it all bundle we have, maybe with the paper. But there we go. Then we have you're gonna see a lot of this. You've got the little handle, I mean everything, it's right there for you. And it's a 1 cut to make it, unless you want to add the back. And then it's a 2 cut. No real thought to go into building this. It's not like you've got to cut this 3 times and fold it backwards and forwards and on your head. It just goes together so simply. And then we've got some of the paper. So I've got 5 of the packs to show you. We actually have 7. And I used them. They're just absolutely beautiful. This is a do not miss. These papers are absolutely a do not miss. And then you will see in a lot of the samples, I've got paper favorites. So we used paper favorites in a lot of our samples. So if we used it in the samples, I'm putting it on sale. Some of it is brand spanking new paper favorites. These are brand new. Never had them before. And they're beautiful. We've had that one. They're beautiful. So these are the slimline paper favorites. Can you use this die with a slimline paper? Oh, you bet you can. Look it right there. Fits perfectly. So you cut 1 out of here, and then you cut your tag vertically. You bet you can. That's why I brought it in, because it was so easy to cut everything. So we'll have the paper favorites on sale. I don't think we did an I want it all because we used so much of it. But this is also from the same company that manufactures Simple and Basic. And then we'll have all the opulent that I used. So I was playing with muted, I played with gold, I played with silver, and I have rose gold over here, but it turns out I didn't touch it. But we'll still put it on sale. Oh, here, I was playing earlier. Look at this on the rose gold. So here's my card base, remember? Chomp, chomp, chomp. Here's my card base. Here's my rose gold, and I cut a circle out of it because I didn't want to waste it. And then I put my beautiful Simple and Basic. I've got this piece left that can go on the inside. And then I've got whatever tags make my heart happy to go on the front. So rose gold's on sale too. All right. Let me show you the samples. It's a lot. So here They literally just, they just dangle. Let's see which way we're opening the card. We're opening it this way. Opening it this way. So you've got birthday in a white, and you've got vellum in the back. And they just kind of dangle. Here, we've got that paper from Paper Favorites, and down below we've got the happy birthday cut into. Here, we've got the opulent paper. We've matted it. We did the whole little tag. You've got the tag that comes out that has lovely punched right into it with that cute little die. Right? Darling, right? I've got just the tag with this insert. So this is the outside of the tag. We put the smaller tag in. This is a frame. And then we've got the cool. Okay. Swoon in the gold with the birthday. Gold opulent. Oh my gosh, it's stunning. The birthday looks amazing. Here we have ready for a gift card or a tag. Ready to go. You've got the lovely down below with a little bit of bling in it. Here we've got the cool. This is Paper Favorites. You've got the tag, the smaller one. Love the colors on that. And here we have congrats. And there are our little new metallic domes, self-adhesive. Here's our words. You've got against white, against vellum. Done with the paper, the simple and basic. Here you have paper from, so you've got the tag. This is a tag cutout. Paper in the back to fill it in. That's the tag that comes with the little box. Some butterflies. You've got happy birthday down at the bottom. This is amazing. So this is your background paper. And this is, oh, Stacy. Is it? Nope, it isn't. This is, the tag was cut out, and this is the negative space then taped down on top of the Paper Favorites and then your little butterflies. Okay, then we come here. And I've got my little tag with the word lovely hanging down off of it. I've got happy birthday in the opulent. This is Paper Favorites. And then I've got my congrats. This is Paper Favorites. Cute little charms. And then look at this one. So this one says happiness. You've got the happiness cut into the opulent silver. I've got vellum, I've got silver. This is the simple and basic paper. The love, the little love, the piece for that came from this set. You've got the piece that has the word love on it and then the mat. So these two are right here, and then the little charm love. And the paper is simple and basic. happy birthday. And everything just kind of moves. So cute. Oh, I got it here, this way. Stacy, which way is opening? No, I had it right the first time. Okay, everything kind of moves. I tell you, it goes this way. It has to, because the words go that way. Okay, that was rough. Sorry, but I love the words, and I love how everything kind of moves. And done with the paper. No, the simple and basic paper. Yikes. Here, happy birthday. Paper favorites, ready for your gift card. Just stick it right on in. Isn't that beautiful? Simple and basic paper. Simple and basic paper. Paper favorites. That's with rose gold. And you've got lovely down below. Look at this. Isn't that wonderful? Done with paper favorites. Just wonderful. Here we made the card base. But wait for it. So this one goes this way, and there. All out of the simple and basic paper and opulent and our little metallic epoxy and little metallic dots. I think that this and this go together. Yep. So you've got the negative and the positive. So this was die cut out and the leftover was used for this one. That works. A twofer. And then we have all the cute little boxes. It says happiness down at the bottom. Made into a little purse. So both sides and closed at the top. How cute is this? They just shortened it up. Gosh, I almost don't want to open it. Look at the back side, the front side. All done with that, with this die here. This die has got lots of uses. I just don't have oodles of them. Look at how pretty. And again, just our little silver dots and metallic. Isn't that beautiful? So this was done out of white, but you've got all the layering pieces in there out of the simple and basic paper and the simple and basic die. And last one. Oh, did I show you that one? I don't know if I did. Cool. This has got a little magnet closure. And I don't know if I showed you this one. With the birthday and the opulent gold. All right, you guys. It was a lot of die cutting, I know. It was a lot of die cutting. But that paper screams beautiful. And those little charms are the cutest things ever. With the matching little tags to go with, they're darling. Oh my gosh. And they're from Denmark. So we have them while we have them. I'm sure I will get more in. I just don't know when. We put the four smallest pieces. So the 2 words and the 2 sets of tags. These 4 are on the I Want It All bundle. We do not have oodles and oodles. They are physically here in the store. So if you want to come in and visit us, yes, you can. I would call on Monday. Call Monday morning and say, I would like to order those dies that she did. That way we pull them for you immediately off our retail floor. If you're able to drive here to come get them, call us Monday morning, because usually by Tuesday they're sold out. Because we don't get a lot. I can only afford to bring over so many, and Denmark is a long way away to bring them. But oh, the product is gorgeous. From Simple and Basic and Paper Favorites and Sizzix, it's all wonderful. So if you saw something you loved here, great. I think you're gonna have a hard time kind of finding some of this product here in the States. You may have to shop with us, but the opulent paper is available in lots of places, lots of independent retail stores, and sticky grids are available in lots of retail stores. The sizzix product is easily found in independent retail stores. So for that, maybe go shop with them for that product that you can get from them. And then for the things that are a little bit harder to get, the Simple and Basic dies, the Simple and Basic papers, the the Paper Favorites, then come to see us, and or any of your other online stores who happen to have them. So I want to give a big thanks out to everybody at Simple and Basic Paper Favorites for all that they did in helping us with this class today. They got it here in time. It was a thing. They got the little dots here in time, and they let me buy pretty much all of them. That way I don't have to wait 3 months for them to come back in stock. So it is me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. I will see you on Monday for our next Make It Monday event, and I think you're gonna like it. It's kind of fun. All right, you guys, have a good night. I'll see you later. Bye.